Welcome, everyone! Have you ever wondered what it would be like to play D&D in virtual reality, where the limits of your imagination, well, there are none. I have figured out such a way to play this game of Dungeons & Dragons on Oculus Rift's PC platform using the Rift S, or the original Rift. So, let's go take a tour of my solution. Whoop! Welcome to my Oculus Home. Now, Oculus Home is a free experience. It's standard with the platform. When you pick up a Rift or Rift S, you go through the setup process, put on your Rift, and this is the first place that you spawn. Highly customizable. All of these highlighting items either come pre-made, you can win them, you can get rewarded by them or with them, and you can also make them. You see those creepy little eyes in the background of that sort of menacing deity right there? I made this guy using another Oculus application that ports those assets directly into this experience. Now, we'll get there a bit later. To sort of give you the biggest bang for your buck here, I am just going to, this is just press start with the left thumb. I'm going to change the environment a little bit. Like, these are all ceilings, tiles, like that pole, all this customizable. But let's, seeing is believing. Bam, just teleported my home, my sci-fi, fantasy, whatever you want it to be apartment, into the vacuum of space, where the cosmos is constantly shifting and trying to find balance. If you notice, that planet literally is moving. So you can change your environment to fit your fantasy or role-playing setting. You've got a host of different items that you can spawn into this space. These are my imports. These are the things that I have made. They're currently loading. Special items. So avatar editor, you have your own. What you saw in the beginning was me using this camera down here. Bam. This is my avatar, and it's also highly customizable. Let's get rid of that. Go back into the menu. You've got your cinema screen where you can share movies with one another. Up to 8 people can be inside of any home at any given moment. The sizes of the screens vary. You've got a gateway that you can actually use to just walk through into other VR experiences or other homes. It's super, super cool. So let's see. Let's explore this menu a bit more. We've got places. This is where you can see your friends' homes, or you can see examples, whole bunch of other different types, templates. Now, you've also got, hey, if you want a tavern or theater, you can have that too as your own home template. I have even actually seen fantasy cities. To be perfectly honest, I don't quite know how to do a fantasy city yet. I will leave that up to you guys to figure out. If you guys pick up a Rift, let me know. You also have items that you can just play with. Like, you can pick up and interact with the space. Let's see how good of a shot I am. Just going to grab this bow. Well, it doesn't, actually, your skill totally translates. I'll say that. So you can just, if ever you're running away from me and I have a bow, you're pretty safe. And just so privacy matters in virtual reality, just like it does everywhere else. This is my avatar editor. This is where I go and I'll change. All of these various options are open to me. Let's do something a little bit more dungeon mastery. Ooh, if you're a player, you're a warrior, cleric, cleric, plate armor. Let's do it. Change the tie. I like it. That's meta. Bit meta, why not? But I think, yeah, sci-fi DM. We'll go with a red and black theme. And all of your friends who come in can also visit their avatar and customize it to their heart's content. Now that we've got that out of the way, time to show you a bit more about how I have made this space into my D&D Wonderland. So you may be wondering how the logistics of D&D would work inside of virtual reality, or especially inside of this place. With your left hand, that start button brings up your sort of your home options, the options very specifically to control this place. And then on your right hand, you've got your universal menu. And this brings up all of the options of the Oculus platform. What we have in front of us right here is what is called Dash. These are all of the options. It's like if you press the Xbox or PlayStation button, that's what your right hand menu can do. And you've got Explore. This is just like the typical store. But desktop is what you're really going to be using a lot of the time. And this is how you're going to roll in virtual reality. This is how you're going to access your character sheet. Roggle Sparkles, the Blargler, an oldie but a goodie. And this is also how you can silently watch Netflix if you get bored in your DM's campaign, or if you get bored of your players as a DM. But don't actually do that. You know, respect the game. Oh, Violet Evergarden. I'm probably going to watch an episode right now. So sad and so good. So you may also be wondering how you type. I wouldn't exactly recommend it, but go to the bottom right of the screen, select with your index finger, and your keyboard comes up. Boop, doop, 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 doop. Again, wouldn't really recommend it. I would just have everything that you need already up. And when you press the menu button again on your right hand, everything will disappear. In order to prevent that, again, bottom right of the screen, just select that pin, and it'll stay up. Good thing about this is nobody else can see it. So if you're a dungeon master, though you can also move it, resize it. Ooh. If you're a dungeon master, you can literally just have like all of your notes right in front of you, and your players would have no idea. So now we've got this pinned. If you want to play your own soundtrack, do you remember the special items that I brought up before? I can share my screen actually with the players if I wanted them to see it. Or I could select a specific application on my computer, like Spotify, and I can program one of these TVs to play it. And just so they don't see the playlist, I'm going to delete this. I have hidden my monitor down here so that the players can't see it, of course. And just go aim at it. Use your right controller, either A or B with your thumb. Go to Broadcast and just select one of your open applications on your desktop. We'll do Spotify. And then you can control it. Right? Actually, hold on. Before I play this song. You know what? No, we'll do it at the same time. Yeah. Okay. I just realized that that the audio I was playing was blasting, and you guys probably couldn't hear much of what I was saying. So the last thing I wanted to cover outside of audio, you've got your way to view your character sheet. You've got your way to roll. You've got your way to communicate. You've got your way to play your own homebrew music. Now, how do you make your own assets? How do you make your own models? How do you bring the scene to life? Now, this is a very, I would say, traditional in a futuristic solution for a traditional method of models and everything like that, but this is virtual reality. As I said, your imagination is the limit here. So I made this Marahute. It's a setting of mine. You might have seen The Rescuers of Down Under. That is a city in the mountains. These are sort of like chibi character assets that I made for my players. This all took me, I mean, clearly it looks like it took me about 15 minutes, but I can't undersell being able to make your own models and being able to make your own sort of like draft of a location in honestly just a few minutes. Like, that's how easy Medium makes it. So without further ado, let me show you a bit about Medium. I'm not going to go through a full tutorial because there's so much to it. I'm just going to show you some visuals and show you how to export it. So let's hop right in, baby. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Oculus Medium, the sculpting application I was telling you about. Also, something I forgot to mention is it's not doing it now, but normally your mouth moves, and it really helps with the immersion when you're playing D&D. So anyway, back to this. So Oculus Medium, I've got a whole bunch of tools on this hand that I can choose from. I've got a whole bunch of settings for each individual tool over here, and there's like still a lot more to it, but don't let that discourage you or intimidate you. It's still really, really intuitive. I've already set up mirroring, so like one side is perfectly replicated on the other. It saves you a lot of work. Again, this isn't a tutorial, it's really just to show you the way. Let's change color. Ooh, I like this color, and I'm gonna make a face. First, I'm gonna turn on mirror, and let's see. What? Jaw, and finish the cranium a little bit, and then we'll do horns. We'll do purple horns. Bam. It's kind of a balloon monster, but just to sort of prove the point that just making literally anything is super easy. There you go. Balloon monster face. Super. That was 3 seconds. You saw it. It was like 2 seconds. Come on now. So yeah, and then I'm just going to export this bad boy. I'm going to waste space on my computer and in my home by exporting this guy to... I need to name him first. I'm going to name him Blorg. Blorg. There we go. And he should appear in my home. As you can see, I will pull up my inventory, my imported items, and we've got Blorg here. Blorg. Yes, Blorg. Put you on her so that I no longer have to respect that statue. Just kidding. So yeah, I mean, you can make... I use that as an example to show you that you can make whatever you want, import it in here, play with it, use it, change the color. The sky's the limit. I accidentally moved that while you were away, apparently. Put that back. I need to turn on. I easily get distracted. So, let's do an official goodbye. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Hey, the mouth is moving. Look at that. I wonder why it didn't do this before. But anyway, thank you for joining me. Let's play Dungeons and Dragons together in virtual reality. Until fate next brings us together, and never stop playing video games.